I think I'm in love. Today, I'm in Tijuana, Mexico with my friend Jaime, aka James. A couple of years ago, he started building 356 Porsche Speedster replica kits. He sells them all over the country. His latest creation is live on Bring a Trailer. After months and months of talking to Jaime about giving me a tour of his place and the process into building one of these, I was finally able to nail him down and have him give me basically all of the rundown on building one of these. What it takes, what parts he uses, what parts he doesn't. Today, I'm in Tijuana, Mexico at EuroFineCars. These guys still build speedsters from the ground up.
Esta madre no sé cómo tiene una función para...
James,
Alfie,
how are you?
good. How are you?
You have an impressive shop here. I'm absolutely amazed. So, where do you buy the donor vehicle, man?
Well, we source them all over California and even here in Tijuana. Tijuana, it's a border city where you can find many imported cars from California. Usually those salvage cars or those cars that are really old end up here in Mexico, in Tijuana especially. So it's not hard to find them here. And what I'm looking for, I'm after the German pants, the 75 or earliers, because in Mexico there are many Beetles. They stopped making them in 2003, so you can still find them, but those are not easy to register in the U.S. They have to be like 75 or earlier, so they don't make they don't have to do the smog in California. Some states don't require smog, but California does, and my neighbor here is California, so I'm trying to comply with my neighbor's city, state, and yeah, that's why I source them in California and Tijuana, but they have to be specific, 75 or earlier, and not Mexican pants, not made in Mexico vehicles, because the made in Mexico ones have a stamp made in Mexico, and once you go to the DMV, they won't allow you to register.
Really, but I assume the newer ones are in much better shape.
Well, it depends. I mean, I replace the floor pans that are usually the part that has more deterioration because of the age, and I replace the pan most of the time, and I sandblast and powder coat the pan. So at the end, it's gonna be like a mint condition pan. Well, we take the transmission, we take the suspension, the front suspension, the rear suspension. We take the engine, of course, and basically that's it. Some bolts and nuts, we reuse them. I prefer to reuse the original bolts and nuts that came in the original cars because those are 6 quality materials.
Absolutely.
You can find new bolts, new nuts, but they're zinc plated and they won't last as long, and they feel lighter. It's really hard. Even, I mean, I try to save the pan floors the most of the time and the most I can, but if they're not salvageable, I have to replace it. And I will never, it's not possible to get the same quality anymore. Okay. I mean, those floor pans from the 50s, 60s were pretty strong. I don't know if it was the metal combination or anything, but today's metal is not comparable with that. But it's good enough. I mean, it's good enough for what we use, and then it's bolted to the frame of the car, and it's pretty. There are two variations. The pre-69, they have the swing axle suspension on the rear. And then after 69 and a half, 1970, they started with the swing axle. So that's a more comfortable suspension. It's a little bit different. It has a longer 4-gear. You can cruise faster on the freeway. Those are meant to be on 65 mile per hour freeways, and it wasn't the case on the earlier ones. The earlier ones were meant for 55 miles per hour. You can still reach 60, 65. Anyway, what we have been doing, we've been replacing the 4-gear.
Okay.
So with the 4-gear replaced, you can now go faster on the freeway, even if it's an earlier transmission. So yeah, we try to work on that so you can cruise more comfortable.
Have you clocked them 0 to 60 time? You know what the 0 to 60 time is?
Not really. No, I haven't tried that. I mean, it won't be the same as a Beetle, because the Beetle is heavier and much heavier, like twice the weight. These are 1,500 pounds. I think the Beetle is like 25, almost double, because of the roof, because it's metal, because you have windows in the rear, you have roll-up windows. And the Speedster is all fiberglass, and there's no glass. The only metal on the body is the soft frame that's pretty light. So yeah, some people even have to add weight to the car so they can travel faster, because if you're going really fast in such a light car, you can flip. Yeah, they lose contact maybe. Yeah, exactly. in the turns and all that. So it's not a car to be. Some people will.
Definitely not.
No, there's no way. I mean, there's people. Yeah, it's all technology. Even if it's an original, they used to be race cars, of course. A lot of people died on them. I mean, James Dean. Yeah. Well, it wasn't a Speedster. It was a Spider, but I mean, it was as dangerous as the Speedster. So the point is, this is a fun car, a cruising car. You can go 75, 80 miles on the freeway comfortably. You can take turn. You can get on roads turning at 75 miles. That's fine. I mean, faster than that, I don't know. That's not safe. Not really. Yeah, it's for the cars and coffee. Go to dinner. Go to the golf club. You know.
Take your partner out, have a nice dinner, just go around this
car show. Thank you. Yeah, sort of like go-kart. Really fun. Yeah, convertible. Well, we made a mold. We made a mold out of another replica, of course. Well, the only way to notice if it's a replica is with a magnet, I guess, on the distance. I mean, if you have the right wheels, if you have the under dash handbrake location, you have the square tunnel, you have everything. The only way you can tell is by using a magnet. I mean, if you can reach the pedals and you can see they're coming from the bottom instead from the top, well, that's a giveaway. But on the distance, it's pretty hard. My builds to detect if it's a replica.
I can't tell. I saw you.
Yeah, well, there are some homemade kits. You know, people that still they keep the Volkswagen drums. They keep the 4-lug wheels. And that's a giveaway on the distance. You can see that the 4-lug wheels have 6 or 8 bends, and the white 5 has 10 or 12 bends, something like that. So that's the first giveaway. And other than that, when you get closer, if you have the handbrake in the middle, like the Beetle, well, that's the giveaway if it's a replica. But if the handbrake's under the dash, then you have to keep looking. Either you get a magnet or look at the tunnel. If it's round, it's a Volkswagen. If it's square, well, it can be an original. Okay. Then the last, I mean, maybe the pedals. The Porsche pedals come from the top, and the Beetle are bolted on the pan from the bottom. So, yeah, that's there are different ways. I mean, anyway, if it's really hard to see an original in the mint condition. It's a $350,000 car, so it's fun to have a replica because you can drive it like
exactly
anywhere. You can go to Costco, you can go to Walmart and not worry about getting a ding or anything. I mean, you will still worry, but not if it was a $350,000 car,
exactly.
You know?
You can enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, you have fun, and you can modify the engine. You could do modifications that won't lose value, like if it's an original. I mean, if you have an original and you replace the engine with a faster engine or transmission or something, then the value will. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yes, it's a four-cylinder, air-cooled. We sometimes we get them with the cars we buy. Sometimes we just find the engines, and we have to open them, we machine them, make a wider bore for a bigger. We have to put bigger piston and sleeves, so they're not 1600. I'm trying to do at least at 1800s. I've done some 1600s. They're still fun, but 1800 or 1900 is funner.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I never done something over 2000 size engine. They're 2200s, 2300s. That's a real challenge because they get warmer. You need to put external coolers, and everything you add on them, it's something else to worry about.
Okay.
So you have to be careful on how many things you add to the cars. If you keep
it
it,
simple?
yeah, as simple as you can. That's right. I mean, 1600 the simplest you can do with a single carb, but going to an 1800 or 1900, it's not that big challenge, and with dual carbs, they're tuned and everything, it won't be any. 1600 is 60, 45, 60 horsepower.
60 horsepower.
Yes, it depends on the exhaust, it depends on the distributor you have, it depends. I mean, yeah, it will be around 60 horsepower with the right exhaust and the ignition. You gain like 25 horsepower. I mean, about 80, 85, maybe 90. Yeah, I mean, if you change the crankshaft with counterweights, or if you put a camshaft 110 instead of the stock, you can gain like 5, 10 horsepower. And it can range anywhere from 85 to 90, 95. Yeah, I mean, those 20 horsepower, it makes a difference, especially with the torque. And I mean, going on the freeway, it will be about the same. I mean, this is a 1915, 1900, yes. Yeah, and the sound is great, and the feel.
Peppy. I mean,
Yeah, they're peppy.
we're not
Yeah,
peppy,
no,
right.
yeah, they are.
Now,
They are.
let me ask
Yeah, we have that project coming soon. We want to use a Subaru engine, and actually, one is automatic transmission. I want to do an automatic Speedster with the Subaru transmission. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got a kit where you have to invert the transmission because it works in the other way. The engine is on the back, transmission is in the front. On the original car, you have the engine on the front and then the transmission. So you have to get a kit that inverts the drive on the transmission. And well, there are some modifications we need to do on the pan, on the body as well. We haven't matched it yet. So we haven't disassembled the cars yet. So it's still assembled. We have to remove the parts, mount them on the chassis first, then put the body and see what modifications need to be done. Well, reinforcing the rear of the car because it's much heavier than the engine is heavier, the transmission is heavier. It's a bit longer, so it will get some stress on the horns, and you have to reinforce that part. And I don't know. Probably what I think is going to be challenging is how to put the shifter so that it doesn't look like a modern car. So I mean, that's something that I'm very picky, and it needs to look like a vintage. You know, you want to have a button, and you know. So, and then the function of the shifter is going to be on the other way. So I mean, I don't know. We're figuring out like everything we have done before. Yeah, or even if it's an automatic, but not with the maybe wood or something. I don't know. But mounting and all, I mean, there are brackets for usually those are installed on buses, the Volkswagen, the bus, and we have to find something to make it work on the Beetle. And yeah. Well, these ones are 2200. They're between 135, 145 horsepower. So almost double as the 1600. These are 2.2, 2200. The ones there are some 2.5. Maybe in the future I'll use one of those, but I don't find really necessary to go that big. They're heavier, maybe. Yeah. And if I use the automatic transmission is one of my goals, but also I would like to try the manual transmission, the original Subaru transmission. And that's this has 5 years, so it's more comfortable to drive on the freeway, definitely. Absolutely. Like a modern car, you know. So yeah, doors are water cooled. Yeah, there's a challenge placing the radiators on the front and then the docks and everything. Yeah, well, I've seen some stuff online. I think that's not going to be a big deal, but yeah, we have to figure out the material and how to keep it tight so it doesn't leak and all that. It seems that they made like 3 models. There was a 60 horsepower, and then there was the 1600 Super was a 75 horsepower, equal to an 1800 engine on the Volkswagen. And then there was a Carrera version that was 100 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah, it was a faster car. But yeah, they made those three sizes, and the Speedster 356, they only made like under 5,000 cars. And they estimate there's still like 3,000 around the world, because I mean, some cars were lost in accidents, racing, and whatever. Yeah, well, 70 years. So,
70?
well, yeah, they started in 1955 with the Pre-A, and then they ended production of the 356 in 1959. After that, there was the convertible D and different models. But the Speedster, the original Speedster, yeah,
There's been no
less than 5,000. Well, it's well known that there are over 25,000 replicas around.
Really?
So there's a big chance.
There's probably a 1 in 4 chance it's original.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
about that. Well, first thing I look at are the wheels. If he has the 4-lug wheels or the
Beetle for
10,
sure.
yeah, it's a Beetle, and I mean, it's not gonna be a nice replica. They're very nice, good builders around. I mean, there are a couple of them, and at first they started using the Volkswagen wheels, but they're not using them anymore because, I mean, the market has been growing and the competition and everything. So everyone wants to build the most accurate replica. So yeah, we're trying to do the best we can.
Trying to do the impart-
Yeah, well, I mean, you can still find some. We've been fabricating some parts. Yeah, with laser cut and some of the brackets and many parts we get them done here in Tijuana in different shops, and especially the horn button. The horn button is hard to find. There's some replicas there. I don't like them very much. The ones I make, they have the gold ring, and they have the gold emblem in the middle, and I like those. I haven't found any. Yeah. Yes.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was searching what was available, and there were like very cheap plastic buttons, and I think it's something very important to have. It's the first thing you see, what you see all day when you're driving. You see the steering wheel, you see the dash. You need to have the right cluster, the everything. So the button is basic. I mean, some people just use a blackout button. Some people use Volkswagen emblem. But I like the Porsche with the gold ring, and that's something. Yeah, it makes a difference. I think it makes a difference in pictures and even when you see. Yes. Yeah. 2 to 3 weeks finish each fiberglass body.
Really?
Yeah. And after it's done, you cannot take it to the body shop to get it painted. You have to leave it like 2-3 months on the sun. So because the fiberglass keeps curing over the months. So if you paint a body straight out from the mold directly to the body shop, it's going to end up really nice. But after 2-3 months, it's going to keep changing, and you'll find some flaws. Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. It takes time. So it takes 3 months to make it, but I mean 3 weeks to fabricate a body, but it will take like 4 months to have it painted, start to finish. Yeah. I mean the body shop takes about a month, 3 weeks to get the body prepared and painted. Well, we don't have that much space. I mean we're trying to make like 1 car a month, but I want to jump on another model. I have about a couple years ago, I got a Mercedes, the Gullwing, and I haven't finished it yet. That's mounted on a Mercedes SLK 2002, I think. So I have to finish it. I want to finish that car and make a mold, and then start replicating that one as well. The Gullwing, yeah, that's one of my short-term goals. But I'm really busy with the Speedster, so I need to find some time and then be able to do both things. Yeah, well, once I get it rolling, like 1 a month, I had to like automate the process in some way. We have been advancing on different processes, so it's been easier every time. So it's been taking us less and less time to build a car, because there are so many parts we have to make in advance, and so it's working in some way. So probably in a couple of months we'll start with the gold wing. We'll continue with the gold wing process, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll have our first homemade body.
Really?
Yeah, those are the gold wings. Yeah.
That's what that's for.
Yeah, I have the car in a different place, but I brought the doors.
Okay.
I was supposed to bring the car, but I haven't. And it won't be until I have it here that I'm gonna start working on it. So yeah, yes, 2001, 2002, it's a 6-cylinder, so it's pretty fast. I mean, I drove that car before I took everything off. It was a really fun car.
Absolutely.
So with the new body, it's gonna be, well, initially it was gonna be one for myself, but now that I started building that car before I had the shop. And now that I have the shop and I have that in process, I'm thinking, well, maybe I can add that to maybe a larger place or a Goldwyn shop and a Speedster shop.
There you go.
And then with the Speedster, with the Speedster, I planned the bus, the transport the Speedster. That was my goal.
Okay.
If somebody buys my Speedster, I can deliver it to Los Angeles or around the city on the bus.
Okay.
Because usually when I deliver a car, I have to take an Uber back home. So I thought it will be like fun to deliver it on the bus, and I started that project. But right now it's a very useful tool for my shop because that's the vehicle we use to pick up the bodies, take them to the body shop, pick them up, and even when I buy Beetles, if they're not running, I go and pick them up on the transport. So we made a platform, we have ramps, and it has air suspension. So it's very useful. So, well, it's not finished yet, but that's a project. We're always solving every issue here. Challenges, yeah.
Hard challenge.
We have a very efficient team. So we're not many, we're like 6 here at the shop. And I mean, we just do the mechanical and all that stuff. The fiberglass is done at a different shop. The body work is done at a different shop. But with the small team we have here, very efficient, we do a lot. Well, in Tijuana, especially Tijuana, you have the San Isidro border. We're neighbors with San Diego. We have California. We have access to a lot of supplies that come from the U.S. Even though Volkswagen parts are really available in Mexico, but because I mean there are many cars around. But the high quality carburetors, Webers and MP parts and all that, you can source them here in California and get them across really easy. And the labor, it's cheaper. The cost of living here is cheaper, so it costs us a little bit less than doing them in the U.S. And finding pants. I mean, Tijuana, it's a border where you get a lot of used cars from San Diego, from California, from everywhere in the U.S. So there are many Beetles here in Tijuana and even in San Diego. So there are many advantages, and well, mainly the cost. I mean, for the labor and the cost to build things here is cheaper. Yeah, there are many maquiladoras here in Mexico. So that's right. Yes, and yeah, one more thing that you cannot do in California or some other states is the powder coating. Powder coating in California, I think, is banned because of environmental.
Yes.
And here in Tijuana, there are many places that do sandblasting and powder coating, and that's what we do with the pants. And we have that advantage. And then there are some other shops that manufacture our brackets or laser cut parts, and here in Tijuana. So that's a good advantage. Everything. If not, you can go across the border and source for any other. Well, there are many manufacturers. Well, there are like 2 or 3 in the U.S. Very good ones, very expensive as well, and it's understandable because they're in the U.S. And there are some others in Mexico, but not in the border. Mainly they're like in Puebla, Guadalajara, Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. They're not very reliable. I mean, they're for the cheaper market, and usually what they do in Mexico, they just leave the bug body, wipe the chassis, and then, well, you have to cut it, and then they mount it, and they leave many bolts. They don't remove bolts, and they keep everything as it was. Even they recycle the wiring, the 40-year-old wiring, they recycle it. That's not recommendable. Because once you remove the body, many cables are cut, and you have to be careful with that. So they're cheaper in Mexico, and I don't do that kind of work. I do the kind of work the U.S. demands. I mean, we remove every bolt. We powder coat the pan. I think nobody in the U.S. is doing that. Some home builds and some people that do their cars by themselves, they take them to powder coat. But I haven't heard of a manufacturer of Speedsters that doing that. What we also do is we do the square tunnel. That's something I haven't seen on any other manufacturer. I have seen that on home builds, but not on manufacturer. We do the underdash handbrake. They started doing that not too long ago, and that's what we do standard on all our builds. Square tunnel, underdash, powder coat. And yeah, I think that's our main signature thing on our build. And we always use wide 5 wheels. Sometimes we use rear drum from front disc or 4 discs, but never 4 drums.
How does one register? Do these come as a 1975 replica Porsche kit, or how do these?
Well, I always register them in California, and they come as a Volkswagen in the year 1969, 70, 74 Volkswagen. That's how California registers them. I've seen some cases when they take them. I mean, it depends on the city maybe or the DMV office where they take them to inspection, and they will write a Speedster replica or even a Porsche Speedster. But it's a matter of luck, I guess. I have taken those for inspection, even to highway patrol inspection. Sometimes they will require the highway patrol inspection. If it's 69.5 or later, they will require an additional inspection because after 1970, vehicles had 2 VIN numbers. Before 1970, they only had 1. So if you go to DMV, and if it's 69 or earlier, and they only check 1 VIN number, it will check, and then you get your license plates and everything. If it's a 1970, they will look for 2 VINs, and if you have 1, they will refer you to a CHP, California Highway Patrol, and then they will inspect the vehicle. They will inspect many other things, the parts. You have to bring your receipts, whatever you added to the car, and then they will add an additional VIN number, and then you go back to DMV, and they check both VIN numbers, and they'll give you registration. That's a very complex process in California. There are some other states. I've sold the cars to different states, and customers tell me they register them as a Porsche Speedster, not even replica.
That's it.
Yeah, their state allowed them to register as a Porsche Speedster. I think, yeah, one of the hardest. I could tell one of the hardest. I don't know if that car registered as a Porsche Speedster in a different state. I think it was Idaho, or Ohio. I don't know if that car comes back to California, if it will keep the Porsche Speedster registration, or maybe DMV will notice it's a replica and they will put Volkswagen again. I don't know, but I mean, as far as it's a valid VIN number, not a Mexico market VIN number, because the Volkswagens in Mexico used to have numbers and letters under VIN, and some states won't allow you to register those cars because those cars were meant to be for Mexico only market. Yeah, there's a reason why the U.S. didn't allow to drive Volkswagens after 1979. I think was the last year. You could you can take it to inspection, and then it will pass. You'll get your VIN number, but the build year. The title is going to be titled as the year it was built. So if I build a car 2025,
Speedster.
yes, and then you have to comply with the smog. You have to comply with the
Airbags,
I don't know. I'm not really sure about airbags or the third light on the back or the seat belts. You know, there are many things that you have to comply with, and security on the sides. I don't know. So it's much easier just to keep it simple with the with what's available with the registration and all that. Yeah.
You have a green. What's
Auratium green. That's an original color from the 50. Well, they still use it on 2025. I've seen I think it was like 911. I mean, there are new cars from the dealership with this color, Auratium green, and there's also the Aetna blue. That's an original color as well. They still make that color on a new car. Yeah, so I try to keep the original colors. There are a few customers that have ordered some special colors. I can do that as well, of course. But if I don't have a buyer for a car, I try to keep it original.
Okay.
I mean, it's a.
If it's a spec car,
That's right. Yeah, yeah. But they have to give me a big deposit.
of course.
Because if they change their mind, I'm not gonna be able to sell it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with a purple car. That's right.
What's
Well, I haven't done nothing crazy. I mean, some special requests like louvered deck lid, fender mirrors. The ones are painted the GT mirror. That's something out of the standard. I try to keep. No. The distressed leather, I like the distressed leather. That's something I tried on this one. Usually that's not an original spec, the distressed leather is something I've used on this one and another build that a customer requested. And other than that, I mean, I think the biggest modification I'm about to make is put an automatic transmission on a Speedster. Yeah, they don't steal manuals anymore because the thieves they don't know how to drive manual. And I bet there are many guys that want to buy a Speedster, but their wife won't let them because they cannot drive now both can drive it, even the kids. Yeah, I made a really nice one. It's on Beverly Hills right now. It was a silver Speedster. It was a champagne silver, really nice with a dark brown interior. It was really nice combination. And that car, I participated at the Coronado car show.
Really?
And I won the replica category.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, there were a few Shelbys and other Speedsters, but mine stood up. We have done, this year we're gonna be doing 10. 10. Our goal was to make 12, but we fell a little short because we've been here like less than 2 years. So we're like 20 months we've been working here. Yeah, we've been growing. I mean, last year we had like 2 cars in process. Right now we have 4 cars in process. There's a couple being painted as we speak, and we've been growing. I don't know, next year we may stay at the same level with the Speedster, but I want to add the Gullwing. So we may still be making like 10 or 12 cars a month, Speedsters, but then maybe 2 or 3 Gullwings, maybe more. I don't know. I really don't know if it's going to be more work or less work. I have a feeling it's going to be easier to make a Gullwing than a Speedster. Yeah, because I mean, the Volkswagen, you have to disassemble the whole thing, the suspension, replace every rubber, every bolt, every nut. And with the Gullwing, it's a Mercedes. It's a 20-year-old, 15-year-old. There are not many parts you need to replace. I mean, if the car was driving, the engine had, I don't know, maybe 100,000, 150,000 miles. These are not cars you're going to be putting up many miles. So something with 150,000 miles, you still have like 50,000 miles to go. You're not going to put them on. I mean, yeah, they're medical. So you just swap the body. Maybe, I don't know. We'll know. And if it's easier, we may end up making more Gullwings than Speedster. Well, I mean, it's a beautiful car. I wasn't really into it. A cousin had one, a replica, a black one. And I saw him and I saw the car and I never even tried getting close to it or driving it, and it wasn't attractive to me. But there was a summer where I saw there were these kits you could buy, and I bought that kit. I thought, well, I'm gonna build one. It's not that expensive. I always like building things, and I have motorcycles. I love working on them. I started with 1, 2, 3. I have like 6. I never sell them because there's no sense on selling. And I thought, well, I'm gonna do a car now. And I started with that kit. I got it. It was a summer. It took me like 8 months, I guess. It was really fun. I had that car for 2, 3 years maybe. But there was always something that I wanted to do better. Like the suspension, like the engine, like the color, the interior. I didn't use leather, so I thought, I'm gonna sell this one, I'm gonna make another one the way I want it. Now that I know how fun it is and how it works. And when I got the second one, I started building it, And then I thought, well, maybe I should open a shop and start with this. Then there was the pandemic, and there was this big company in Arizona that went bankrupt. And I thought, well, if they went bankrupt, there was a market. So I thought, I'm gonna do this as a business now. And that's how it started with all this process. And here we are. I mean, it's 2025. I have been in this shop like almost 2 years, but before I had the shop, I built like 3 or 4 cars between different shops and my garage. I was doing the upholstery. I mean, at first, upholstery was sourced somewhere else, but it wasn't. It was never like I wanted it. So I thought I'm gonna get a sewing machine and I'm gonna start sewing my seats and my interior. And I did like a couple of them back at home at my garage. Then I hired people and I have this shop. That's how it started. And well, yeah, that's how we're here.
Is your garage?
El pan. Well, we have a jig where we place the original Volkswagen pan, and then we have our guides where we mark them, and then we cut, and then the jig closes, and it stays on the same plane. So every inch is crucial. If you go like 1/8 of an inch on one side, it's gonna be half of an inch on the other side. So it has to be very precise. Yeah, down to minute. Yeah, because that's visible on the car. And there are many replicas out there where you can see one side it looks beautiful, and then on the other side, the front wheel is like 1 inch farther front. Or I mean, that's something I will notice. Maybe not. Some people don't notice. So we have a jig, and then we move it, and then get it on the precise distance, and then we weld it. And yeah, it's very precise, the cutting of the pan. And then we also modified if we have an IRS suspension, the newer version of the transaxles of the Beetle, we have to modify the arm. If we leave them stock, the tires will scrap the rear fender. So we have another jig where we place those arms, and we move 1 inch to the interior on each side. So that way you can keep your 5.5 inch wheels, wider tires on the Speedster, and not needing to use narrower wheels or something that will look different, you know.
Now, this green one, is this one for sale, or is this already allocated to?
Well, this one is gonna be on Bring a Trailer, hopefully this weekend. Yeah, they just authorized me the listing. I need to send them a few pictures of the details, and and it's ready to go. So today is Thursday. It should be ready this weekend on Bring a Trailer. Well, it's gonna be on Bring a Trailer with no reserve. Okay, it's gonna include a Omega 1960s watch with an Omega 1960s watch, manual watch with a green dial.
With this car?
Same color, yes. And then we have the matching gloves, and it's gonna be no reserve. So it's gonna be daring, because there's people that say that December is a really bad month for to sell cars and Bring a Trailer, and they say Bring a Trailer is not working anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna take a chance. Yeah, I mean, with the specs it has right now, my build list is 48,000.
48,000.
That's a price if somebody ordered it. Around 1,000. Yeah.
Oh, if you like Instagram, this is exactly.
Yeah. It's the matching dial, and then the band is distressed leather, same as the interior, cognac distressed leather.
Did you get inspiration from the watch, or?
I did. Actually, I got that watch about a year and a half ago.
Really?
And I mean, I saw that watch and I said, I'm gonna build a car with that combination. And I got inspired, and then I built a car. Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking for an Edna Blue dial. I saw one not too long ago, but I haven't been able to find them. I mean, they're not available all the time. You have to look for them. Yeah, but it has to be like the vintage, you know, like the 60s, like the same era. You cannot go with a modern watch. All handmade. A lot of work. We take a lot of pride on our work, and we work. Thank you.
I've got a gift for you.
Wow, thank you. Need money for Porsche. Awesome.
James,
thank you very much.
Appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much.
Been a pleasure. A ver qué tal, cabrón.